Lesson: Emerging Data Sovereignty Laws and Localization Requirements. Emerging data sovereignty laws and localization requirements are reshaping the way organizations handle data across borders. These laws are driven by the need to protect personal data within specific jurisdictions, ensuring that data is governed by local laws rather than foreign regulations. The rise of such legal frameworks is primarily a response to the increasing recognition of data as a critical asset, whose management is vital for national security, privacy, and economic growth. Understanding these laws is essential for privacy professionals, as noncompliance can lead to severe penalties and reputational damage. Data sovereignty refers to the concept that data is subject to the laws and governance structures within the nation where it is collected. This principle is gaining traction as countries assert more control over the data generated within their borders. For example, the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation has set a global benchmark for data protection, influencing other jurisdictions to enhance their data privacy laws. One of the core components of these emerging laws is data localization, which mandates that data collected on a country's citizens must be stored and processed within that country. This requirement ensures that local authorities have access to data under their jurisdiction and can enforce national privacy standards effectively. Organizations must adopt actionable strategies to navigate these complex legal landscapes. One practical tool is the implementation of a comprehensive data mapping framework. This framework helps organizations understand the data flow within their systems, identifying where data is collected, processed, and stored. By mapping data flows, companies can ensure compliance with localization requirements by knowing exactly where data moves across borders. For instance, businesses operating in multiple countries can segment their data storage to comply with specific local laws, ensuring that European data remains in Europe, thus adhering to GDPR's localization mandates. Another essential framework is the Privacy Impact Assessment, which evaluates how data processing activities align with legal obligations and privacy standards. Conducting a PIA allows organizations to foresee potential privacy risks associated with cross-border data transfers and implement necessary safeguards. This assessment involves a step-by-step process where privacy professionals identify data processing activities, assess their necessity, and analyze their compliance with local data protection laws. Through PIAs, organizations can proactively adjust their data management practices, ensuring that they are not only compliant with current regulations, but also prepared for future legal developments. The case of China offers a pertinent example of stringent data sovereignty and localization laws. Under the cybersecurity law, China requires that personal data and important business data collected or generated within its borders be stored domestically. Furthermore, cross-border data transfers must undergo a security assessment, ensuring that any data leaving the country does not compromise national security. Companies operating in China must establish local data centers or use local cloud providers to comply with these requirements, showcasing a practical approach to meeting localization mandates. Statistics reveal the growing importance of data sovereignty laws globally. According to a report by the International Association of Privacy Professionals, over 60% of companies now consider data localization a critical component of their data management strategies. This statistic underscores the increasing recognition of localization as a necessary practice for compliance and risk management. The report further highlights that organizations investing in localized data solutions experience fewer regulatory challenges and enhanced trust from consumers who are more confident in the security of their personal information. To address real-world challenges, privacy professionals must also focus on building robust cross-border data transfer mechanisms. Standard contractual clauses and binding corporate rules are practical tools that facilitate legal data transfers between jurisdictions with different privacy standards. SCCs are pre-approved legal agreements that ensure transferred data remains protected under EU standards, even when processed outside the EU. BCRs, on the other hand, are internal rules adopted by multinational companies to allow intragroup transfers of personal data across borders, ensuring consistent data protection policies globally. Integrating these tools into organizational practices requires a strategic approach. For example, when developing SECs, organizations must ensure that the clauses are tailored to specific data transfers, addressing unique risks and compliance requirements. Similarly, implementing BCRs involves a thorough internal audit of data practices, establishing clear policies and procedures, and obtaining approval from relevant data protection authorities. By embedding these mechanisms into their privacy frameworks, organizations can maintain seamless data flows while adhering to legal obligations. The impact of data sovereignty laws extends beyond compliance, influencing business operations and strategic decisions. Companies must assess how these regulations affect their digital infrastructure, considering the cost implications of establishing local data centers versus utilizing global cloud services. Additionally, organizations must evaluate the competitive advantage gained from compliance, as consumers increasingly value privacy and data protection in their interactions with businesses. To enhance proficiency in navigating these laws, privacy professionals should engage in continuous education and collaboration with legal experts. Attending workshops, seminars, and training sessions on international privacy laws provides valuable insights into emerging trends and regulatory updates. Collaborating with legal counsel ensures that organizations remain informed about legislative changes and can adapt their practices accordingly. In conclusion, emerging data sovereignty laws and localization requirements necessitate a proactive and strategic approach from privacy professionals. By leveraging practical tools such as data mapping frameworks, PIAs, SCCs, and BCRs, organizations can navigate the complexities of cross-border data transfers while ensuring compliance with local regulations. Understanding the nuances of these laws not only mitigates legal risks, but also enhances consumer trust and strengthens organizational resilience in an increasingly data-driven world. As data protection continues to evolve, privacy professionals must remain vigilant, adapting to new challenges and opportunities to safeguard personal information effectively.